Time to get spooky, bitches. Happy Halloween. What day is it again? It's October the 3rd. Welcome back. It's October the 3rd, and this is the start of my Halloween vlog. I've decided, since it is spooky season, one of the best seasons there is, I've decided I want to read spooky books, and I want to film it. So that's what we're going to do. That being said, we need to decide which spooky books I'm going to be reading. It is October the 3rd, and I have already started Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, a good old classic. I remember reading this a long time ago and found it boring. I was really young and we don't listen to her anymore. I have started reading this. I am 26 pages in and I love this writing. Are you kidding me? Like, there's some quotes in here that I've already just underlined everything and I feel like I need to read some out to you, but I won't do that right now because we need to pick some books to read. I've got a couple of stacks. I'm not quite sure how this is going to go because these are what have stood out to me for different reasons. I hope you can't see them. You can't see them, can you? Don't look. I'm sorry if the lighting is terrible as well, by the way. We have currently got Storm Amy on the go and she's gone crazy and it is very dark outside. It's beautiful. It's perfect for filming, not so much. Anyway, moving on to the books. Let's start with the ones that I'm most drawn towards. So I have a book that I feel like it's an obvious choice, like I must pick it up this month, and that is All Hallows by Christopher Golden. I picked this up, I think it was last year, before Halloween. I thought to myself, this is a Halloween read. I need to buy this and read it for Halloween. I never did last year, so I think it's time to get to it. It says it's Halloween night, 1984 in Coventry, Massachusetts. I remember reading that first line, it's Halloween night, 1984. And that was everything. 80s Halloween night, it just gives me the feel. It gives me the feel of those 80s Halloween movies that I absolutely love. But I think 80s Halloween night is the vibe for this year, for this month. It's always the vibe, to be fair. This is a definite that I need to get to, right? Right. So we've got Frankenstein and All Hallows. Hallows? Then I have a big one, but I really want to read it. Like, I've been wanting to read this ever since I bought it, and it's been on my mind every day. And that is Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. I honestly have no idea what this is about. I'm terrible like that. I am absolutely terrible like that. Let me have a look. Let me let you know. Imagine leaving your house in the middle of the night, knowing your mother is doing her best, but she's just as scared as you. Imagine starting a new school, making friends, seeing how happy it makes your mother, hearing a voice calling out to you. Imagine following the signs into the woods, gone missing for 6 days, remembering nothing about what happened. Imagine coming back a totally different person, thinking you're going crazy or being the only one who knows what's coming. Imagine something that will change everything and having to save everyone you love. I still have no clue what this is about, but imagine. I saw this. I've been wanting to read something by this author forever. I've never read The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Also, these two books seem completely different. This is horror, right? I'm pretty sure this is horror. I'm hoping it is. I found this in a charity shop, and even though I had no inclination to pick it up really beforehand, once I saw it in a charity shop and it was a signed first edition, I had to pick it up. So that's what I did. And since buying it, I've been really intrigued. So I definitely want to try and get to that this month, but it's a commitment. But we can do it, right? We can do it. So I think they're the two books, well, three if you're including Frankenstein, that I am fully sold on for reading this month. And also, I don't know how many books I'm going to get to in this vlog, but I have a few that I do want to mention. I've got You Were Fatally Invited by Ande Plago. I'm sorry if I'm butchering names. This is like the first time I'm reading these authors aloud. And I believe this is just a typical like murder mystery kind of glass onion type book, which I absolutely love. So I would be really tempted to get around to that. Then I have Out. I think this is a Japanese, is it Japanese translated? What is that? Just a bit of fluff, thank God. Is it Japanese translated? Yes, it's translated from Japanese. When you discover a taste for the unthinkable, could you be drawn into a murder for friendship, for a way out of your dreary existence? I'm intrigued. I have a friend that has told me I need to read this. So maybe that gets read. But also, I'm not as intrigued in this as I am the others. I think I'm leaning more towards like murder mysteries, horrors, rather than I am thrillers. Like, I want monsters, I want ghosts, I want the spookies rather than murder. I know I said murder mystery. It's different, it's fun. I want fun spookies, not serious spookies. And I feel like this feels more serious. Then I have A Head Full of Ghosts by Paul Tremblay. I've never read anything by this author, and honestly, I've heard bad things. So I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Am I fully convinced that I want to read this? No. Do I think it might be a quick and easy read for the process? Maybe. So it might get put in there later down the line if I feel the pull to read something just for entertainment purposes. Currently, I'm not fully drawn to this. And I actually, like, as much as I have these stack of books here, I feel like I don't have enough horror. So if you have any horrors that you would recommend, I really loved We Used to Live Here by Marcus Cleaver. So if there's any kind of like that you would recommend, let me know. I would love to hunt them down and possibly read them at some point. I also have Shutter Island by Dennis Lehane. I want to read something by this author so bad. I've heard nothing but good things. I loved Shutter Island, the movie, but I will say time and time again, my memory is terrible, and I watched it a long time ago, so I actually can't really remember what it was about, but I remember really enjoying it, and I've been wanting to rewatch it since because I can't remember it, but I want to read the book now. I can't remember anything about it. I think this is going to be more of a vibe, like maybe a spooky, weird, tense vibe, rather than something being an actual horror. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, or I may correct myself if I actually end up picking this one up this month. But it doesn't feel like it's in the same realm as the other books I do really want to get around to. So I don't know about that one. Then this one I really do want to get around to. I've been wanting to get around to this ever since I bought it. And it's Our Share of the Night by Mariana Enriquez. And I bought this in London on Word on the Water, I think it was called. It was a little boat that this man owned that was full of books. And yeah, I found it there. And I wanted to walk away from something from that little boat store thing. And I saw this and decided this would be the one. I've heard nothing but good things and I really want to read it. But this is also another big book. So do I read it? I don't know. I feel like I'm covering the light up. The lighting is terrible in here. But that's a possibility if I have time for that. Then I have The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. I absolutely loved Liz Moore's Long Bright River. Is that what it's called? Absolutely loved that book. It was a thriller, but it read very literary fiction, and that was just perfect for me. This book I picked up as soon as I had it in my hands, and I don't know how far I got in, but I wasn't in the mood for it. And now I feel like it could be the perfect Halloween thriller. I feel like the atmosphere would be really good because of the woods and whatnot. It could be a thriller book that I do end up picking up throughout the month. Then there's a couple that are a bit different. I've got two manga, Gaio and Uzumaki by Junji Ito. I have been meaning to read another Junji Ito since I read Shiva, his short story collection, because I absolutely love that. But honestly, I just want to read all his short story collections now because I read Tommy and I wasn't that big of a fan. But I have got these two kindly gifted by my sister-in-law, and I think it could be a good time to read them. And then the last one I've got is An Unwanted Guest by Shari Lapina. This would be a reread. I have read this before. It was a long time ago and I loved it so much. It was a murder mystery. Again, kind of like Glass Onion vibes. I think they get locked in this like hotel, or there's a place that people are staying where like a load of guests are staying. I think they get trapped there because there's a snowstorm and some people don't end up even managing to get there, and then a murder happens and it's a murder mystery. And I remember loving the atmosphere of this book, and it's just the perfect Halloween autumn vibe book. So I really want to reread this and see if it still lives up to how much I enjoyed it, and I think this would be the perfect time. So I think after speaking about them, I am definitely wanting to read these three books: Frankenstein, All Hallows. I feel like I was saying Hollows the whole time. So Frankenstein, All Hallows, and Imaginary Friend are the ones that I really want to get around to. And I'm so happy. I'm so in the like Halloween spooky mood. Like this is my favorite time of the year, other than Christmas. I'm a big Christmas fan. And then besides that, I think these three would be good, easy books to pick up because of the formats. And this one's a little bit shorter and it's just fun. I think these would be easy to pick up if I find myself running out of time through the month and I want another spooky read. I think they would be good options. These three are ones that I'm really intrigued about, but I don't feel great about because this one's really big. This one I've tried before and wasn't in the mood for, so I've kind of scared myself a little from that one. And then this one, I don't know much about it other than it's a murder mystery and it does sound fun, but compared to the others, I'm not as pulled in by them. And then I think these three that I mentioned, honestly, are unlikely to get picked up. I would love to get to Shutter Island. I don't think I ever pulled to these two. I would love to get to Shutter Island, but is it the month for it? I don't know. I think I might end up reading that before the end of the year though, because I am really intrigued. That's kind of where I'm at right now, but I'll update you throughout the vlog. I'm hoping to upload this on the 30th of October, so you have a nice little Halloween watch if you fancy it. But yeah, these are the three I think I'm going to go into. I've started out well by picking up Frankenstein. This is such an ugly cover, by the way. I hate it, but I found it in a charity shop and I wanted to give it another go, so I felt like this was the best way. And yeah, the writing is phenomenal. Honestly, I'm a little bit hesitant that I have to pick something up after this and not expect the same writing. It's just, yeah, it's pretty amazing. So I will keep you updated with this one and we'll do some spooky things throughout the month, I'm sure. It's Sunday, October the 5th, and I've decided to do some baking. I haven't had much reading done recently because I haven't been feeling well, so I've got no update on that front, but I thought we could bake some cookies today. It's a nice, cozy Sunday, and I feel like I'm in the mood to bake some cookies. I've never actually baked cookies before, but I've had this recipe on my phone for a while now and I've had the ingredients for a while. Later on in the month, I'm thinking of doing some like Halloween treats as well. But for now, they're just some basic cookies and we'll see how they go. I will leave the recipe that I'm using down below if you're interested. I'm probably just going to do some B-roll shots and see how this goes. Question. I've just noticed the measuring on the measuring scale is at 666. Good morning. I just wanted to check in and let you know how my reading's going. I haven't been able to read much yet because we had a couple of friends stay around while they were viewing houses around this area. But I'm currently at page 133 and it's October the 11th. So I haven't got much done for this vlog yet. This goes up to page 170. So I'm going to sit down and get the rest of this done now. And then we need to pick my second book for the vlog, which I'm so excited about. I can finally get reading and really get a move on with this vlog. And I'm excited to read all the spooky books. I finished Frankenstein. I absolutely loved it. Mary Shelley's writing was just phenomenal. I've underlined so much in this book. The atmosphere was just perfect for this time of year. Gothic, just spooky, but also like, I know I said I didn't really want seriousness, but I feel like there's a lot behind everything that happened. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Now that I've finished one, I feel like I've got the ball rolling and I'm so eager to read more Halloween books, more horror books. So I think from the start of this video, if I can remember, these were the two books that were standing out to me to read next. We have Imaginary Friend and All Hallows. I'm not sure out of the two which one I want to pick. I'm honestly in the mood for both, but I think I'm going to have a look and see if there's an audiobook available anywhere for either of them, and then just see what I fancy doing, because I think I want to immersion read one of these. I went with Imaginary Friend. I've took the dust jacket off so I can sit comfortably and read it. I just thought I would give it an update because I am now about 60 pages in, nearly 70 pages in, and so far I am really enjoying it. We are following a boy and his mum, mainly following the young boy as he is seeing things, experiencing things that's a little bit unnatural. This mum and young boy have moved around a lot. Where they have currently moved to, the boy has started experiencing some weird things. And then one day he goes missing. He's missing for 6 days and then he returns and nobody knows what's happened. And that's kind of where I'm up to right now. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's a really quick, fast-paced read. So I actually don't think it will take me that long to get through, even though it is 700 pages. There's been 10 chapters so far. I feel like the flow and the pace has been done really well. I'm going to get back to some reading and I'm just waiting for James to finish up what he needs to do today, and then we're going to spend some time together today because, like I say, we've had a little bit of a busy time recently, and yeah, we just decided we wanted to sit down, watch a movie and chill out for a bit together. So we're going to be watching a movie later. For movies and TV shows, we've decided to do it where we pick alternative times. One time James will pick a movie to watch and then the next time it'll be me. And I believe he picked the last one. So it's my turn to pick a movie. And it's the same vibe that I'm kind of feeling. I'm feeling like I want to watch something Halloweeny. Whether that's spooky, I don't know. Are you guys hearing that? The washing machine is turning itself on and off. I need it to stop doing that. Um, yeah, I believe it's my turn to pick the movie. I fancy something Halloweeny, fun, not necessarily spooky, but I want to be entertained. The washing machine is going crazy. I'm actually like terrified. um yeah, but I'll let you know what we end up watching. Um because I'm not sure yet. I Some of our favourite films this year have been Poor Things, and there was a Wes Anderson film, The Great Grand Budapest Hotel, and we've noticed we really like kind of unique, weirder styles to movies. So I'd love to find something more like that. I am looking to do like a watch of other Wes Anderson films and other films by the director that did Poor Things. I've forgotten his name. There's a new one actually coming out by him sometime this month. I think at the end of this month that I really want to watch. He also uses a lot of the same actors and actresses in his films, which I love. Emma Stone is one of the big ones, and I really enjoy watching Emma Stone films. So, and Willem Dafoe, who I love. So yeah, hopefully I can find something along those lines, but either way, I'll let you know. I have gotten to page 170 in Imaginary Friend, and so far it's good. I'm feeling like a little bit anxious, and when I feel like this, I feel like I need to read something a little bit more light-hearted or fun, I guess, which, you know, I wanted to go into fun horror books, and this is giving me that so far. I feel like I need something a little bit lighter. I'm still wanting the feeling of like Halloween. I do have, I think it's called Wayward, and I think that's like a witch book, so I might pick that up. Yeah, I feel like right now, honestly, the thing that I would easily and happily pick up would be like a manga. But the only ones I have that are like Halloweeny are Junji Ito, and I don't really want to pick Junji Ito up. That's not how I'm feeling right now. But this is the life of a mood reader, I suppose. I get 200 pages into one book, and then I'm ready for another one. But I think it is just my anxiety's up a little bit, so I'm kind of feeling like I want something easier. I have got a lot of other books on the go that aren't horror themed, so I could pick one of those up too. But I don't think I'm reading anything like light-hearted. I have the second book in Dungeon Crawler Carl, the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I've been meaning to pick that up, and that's fun and light, but I don't know. I'm gonna have a look around. I think I'm gonna carry on with this because I'm at like 170 pages. I think I'll read the next 30 pages or something so I can hit a 100-page mark today. So it's like I read 100 pages yesterday and 100 pages today, and kind of just keep on with it, because then if I can at least be hitting like 100 pages a day with it, then I will definitely get it done in this vlog, which is the aim. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling. I feel like I need to pick something a little bit more lighthearted up. I'm very much in the mood to read. I'm not wanting to put anything on TV or anything, so it needs to be a book. I need to find a book that I'm really in the mood for that's a bit more lighthearted. But yeah, I thought I'd just update you. This book is, I feel like it's a weird one. It's keeping my attention. It's really fast paced and it is really creepy, but at the same time I'm like not sure where it's gonna go. So yeah, I'm just a bit, I don't know if I'm gonna love it or if I'm gonna hate it by the end of it, because I don't know where it's gonna go. So we'll see. It's, like I say, it's a big book. Still got 500 pages to go. I've just finished up filming my Halloween recommendations video that should already be up on my channel, but I decided while I'm still set up that I'll give you a little update. So in the last clip I mentioned that I was feeling a bit anxious. Luckily I went to sleep, I've woke up today and I'm feeling a hell of a lot better. I don't know why, I just had a bit of a anxious day yesterday. It happens. And I've ended up getting to page 254 of Imaginary Friend currently. I'm going to try and read another 46 pages to hit my 100 mark goal of this book today, and that will get me to page 300. I don't know how I'm feeling about this right now. It's an easy read. It's a quick read. I'm following along with it more so on audio while I'm trying to get things done around the house and things like that, because it is easy to follow. Now I'm in the swing of it. It's really easy to follow just through audio. So I have been doing that, and then sometimes if I get some time to sit down, I am picking it up physically as well and immersion reading. I don't know my thoughts on it so far. There's parts of it that's really creepy, that is done really well, and it's an easy read. There's part of it that feels like I don't know why I'm here, if that makes sense. There's times where I read a book and I get so far in and I'm questioning why I'm still reading a book. So it's not necessarily bad, but I'm wondering what I'm carrying on for and if I'm even interested. So that's a bit of it's a weird feeling, especially when you're reading a book like this and it is an easy read and it's not necessarily bad. I just don't feel, I don't know, I don't feel like I'm expecting a great payoff. I don't feel like I'm excited about this as I was before I went into it, but it's still fine, and I'm going to carry on and see if in the next 50 or so pages, maybe the next 100 pages, if I feel any differently. While I'm still following along with it, I think I'm intrigued enough to finish it, because I do want to understand everything by the end of it. But I don't think I care currently. So yeah, I'm in a bit of a odd space with it, but I'm going to carry on. Hopefully it picks up and leaves me wanting more. Because I was feeling a little bit anxious yesterday, I did pick up a different book, and I wanted this to be fully like Halloween, horror, spooky books, but because I felt a little bit anxious and I wanted something a little bit different, I couldn't find anything that was the exact vibe that I was looking for, that was like Halloween but not too serious. So I just started looking for autumnal books. I came across the Pumpkin Spice Cafe on Kindle Unlimited. It's one I have seen other people read, and I have seen the physical edition in stores and stuff before, and it looks cute, but it's not my type of book usually. I'm pretty certain, yeah, it is a romance, and romances, I don't disregard them. I don't disregard any genre because I have favourites in every genre, but romances are the ones that I get on with the least. But this feels like the right type of romance if I were to pick any up. Fingers crossed this ends up being really good. I read a chapter or two. I just got to chapter 2 yesterday before I went to bed, and I did like the intro. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go alongside Imaginary Friend, and I don't know what I'll end up picking up after the two. Also, I forgot to update you on the film situation the other night. We were going to watch film, and it was my pick, and I was going to pick Interview with the Vampire. I've never watched it before, neither has James. We sat down and realised we were both full of energy, and we didn't want to sit down for a couple of hours and watch film. We wanted to do something a little bit more stimulating for the brain, so we ended up playing some games instead. So we didn't end up watching a film, unfortunately. We may get one in through this vlog at some point. We have pumpkin picking booked in for Saturday, so I will show you that as well. It's currently Monday. So that's my update so far. Started the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm about 250 pages into Imaginary Friend. I'm not as excited about it as I was going into it, but it's still an easy read. It kind of reads like Stephen King. We're following a kid and his friends, and weird stuff's happening, and it does feel somewhat Stephen King-esque. I will keep you updated if my thoughts change or when I decide to either give up or finish it. But yeah, I will keep you updated along the way. I haven't got my microphone on, so I'm sorry if this part of the video is worse for the audio quality. It's Tuesday the 14th, and I've just been to have my tyres checked because I know they need checking and they need replacing. So it was confirmed the back tyres need replacing, so I've booked that in for Thursday. While I was there, I read a little bit more of Pumpkin Spice Cafe. Of course, like, I feel like everyone's said this already, but it feels very Gilmore Girls inspired. The author is even called Laurie Gilmore or Lauren Gilmore or something. I don't know if that's like her real name or if she's decided to call herself that or what, because it feels very Gilmore Girls inspired. And there's been a town meeting. There's a guy named Logan who is given Luke characteristics, but he's like the produce guy. So it's like 3 guys from Gilmore Girls that are mixed in to one in this character, I feel already. The girl overtalks. It's given very much Gilmore Girls, which I think I needed. I think I just needed this kind of simple, like a comfort read. I think I needed a comfort read, and even though I've never read it before, it's feeling comfortable to read, and I'm just there for the fun of it, to be fair, alongside reading Imaginary Friend. I don't know how far I'm into that now because I've been listening on audio and I've not checked my physical edition to see how far in I am. It has gotten a little bit more interesting and I'm back into it again, and I'm intrigued, but I still have this like bad taste in my mouth, and I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it by the end, and I'm not really enjoying what's happening at the moment. It's a strange one. Some things happened where I'm intrigued and now I want to find out more, and it is interesting, but there's parts of it that they touch upon that I'm not liking. But we're gonna keep going, see what happens. I'm really cold. I'm the type of cold where I feel like I need a bath to warm everything up. So I'll probably get a bath later, get a bubble bath and read some in there. But I also need to get some editing done. So the plan for the rest of the day is to edit and read, which isn't a bad plan if you ask me. And then tomorrow, I was going to get my tyres fixed tomorrow, but they didn't have the tyres that I needed. So it's booked in for Thursday instead. So tomorrow I am free all day, which means hopefully lots of reading. It's Friday, October the 17th, and I can't remember the last time I updated you, but today I'm just checking in to let you know that I finished Imaginary Friend. And the way this book ended and the feelings I had at the end of this was basically the feelings I had through the middle of it. I was just left feeling like it was kind of okay. The parts that I didn't like about it throughout kind of came to and was still there and apparent. And yeah, I didn't like certain things about this book. There were things I really liked about this book. As I said earlier on, it felt like a Stephen King novel. The writing was definitely enjoyable, but the whole concept and the plot was just a bit disappointing. It's done now. I wanted to get this done before the weekend because we've got some things going on over the weekend, and I did not want to take it into next week because I'm starting a new job and I have a lot of training to do next week, and I have a lot of uni work to do as well. So I wanted to get this big book out of the way before I end up with a busy week next week. It's done now. I'm glad I've read it. It's not the horror that I was expecting. It's a shame, but moving on to the next. So Frankenstein was a hit. Imaginary Friend was a miss. I am still currently reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. 30% of the way through. It's really easy to just pick up and read wherever I am. If I'm out and about and I've got a spare couple of minutes, I can pick this up and read a couple of pages. In bed, I'm reading it on a night. I just read a few pages before bed. So it is a really easy read. It is very Gilmore Girls. Like, the thing I've started doing with this book is just noting everything that reminds me of Gilmore Girls. And there's so many notes that are just like, this is Luke. This is Luke. A lot of it just feels like the main guy is inspired by Luke from Gilmore Girls. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm just kind of writing notes like very Luke coded. So yeah, it is given very much Gilmore Girls. I'm really enjoying it though. So that's strange because I'm not typically a romance reader. I do still read from every genre because I know I can find favourites. My favourite romance is actually, I think it's The 7 Year Slip. I think that's my favourite romance, unless I'm forgetting any. So that was really good, and it proves to me that I can read anything and find favourites. This just was calling my name. I wanted to read something cozy and fun while I was having a bit of anxiety, and this is doing the job, honestly. It feels really inspired by Gilmore Girls and it's a little bit cheesy, but I'm having a lot of fun with it and it's doing the job, so I can't complain. But I want to carry on with my Halloween spooky reads and hopefully find some more good ones. I was watching some booktube videos earlier and I keep seeing books that I've been meaning to read that are Halloween autumn type books that I should be reading this time of the year. And I just can't believe how many there is. So I need to get cracking. There's not much time left. I feel like October has just flew by. I feel like this year has just been flying by. And I'm going to get really busy. So I'm just going to have to take it in my stride. Hope I can get 1 or 2 more books done. But I really want to read so many more horrors and Halloween books. The next one that I am going to read is All Hallows. This was the 80s Halloween night book. I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like I have higher hopes for this than I do Imaginary Friend, because this feels like more on the point of what I'm looking for. Like specifically, it's Halloween night. It's not just a horror. Yeah, I am really looking forward to this. This has a like an author note thing on the back as well by Chuck Wendig, and I've just realised I've been wanting to read Chuck Wendig for a long time too. But yeah, that's where I'm at. 30% into the pumpkin spice cafe. I keep going to call it pumpkin spice latte, and I'm going to start this one probably tonight. I need to get some uni work done, but I'm going to see if I can get the audio for this, because I know I'm getting so busy now. I need audiobooks to help me get through my books, because I haven't got the time to just sit down and physically read at the minute, which is sad because I am really enjoying reading physically, but you got to do what you got to do. Don't mind my hair. My fringe has grown out to the point that it's not a full fringe anymore, and it's just in that annoying middle state. So I need to go in and get that cut in tomorrow morning. But I feel like it's been a long time. I feel like not a lot has happened, but also so much has happened. I said I was going pumpkin picking. We never did end up going pumpkin picking because James ended up really unwell and I was looking after him for most of the day. But we've rearranged for this Sunday. It's currently Friday the 20-something. I want to say 24th. Yeah, it's Friday the 24th. James is with some friends and he's gaming, and I've got tomorrow where it's basically a free reading day as well. I do have a lot of uni work to do, so I need to fit that in somewhere too, but I'm busy on Sunday. I've got pumpkin picking. We also play D&D, so I've got D&D on the night. I will have no time on Sunday to read. So I want to get a load of reading in tonight and tomorrow. Oh, did I update you on All Hallows? I did start All Hallows and I got to around the 100-page mark, and from the get-go it felt like a domestic thriller rather than a horror. There were horror elements in it, and you can see the lead up to, you kind of know something's going to happen on Halloween night, but it started out feeling like a domestic thriller. I read 100 pages of it. It still felt very domestic, felt like neighborhood drama, suburban kind of thing, and it's just not what I'm looking for. So unfortunately, I ended up DNFing this book. It was not for me. But that means we now get to pick another book and I get to read something else. And I was looking through my options and this one was the one that was calling out to me. This is exactly what I want to read right now. I'm really in a murder mystery type of mood, so I'm going to give this a go. I'm hoping to also get the audiobook on for this one. I think it will be really fun to just put my head in the zone and just read a bunch of this tonight while I can. Yeah, I'm really in the mood for this. I think it'll be a fun time and I'll keep you updated with my thoughts. Can we just appreciate how pretty it is as well? Stunning. I'm back in the kitchen because I want to do some baking. I did say I wanted to do some more spooky Halloweeny type bakes, and I was going to do like gingerbread ghosts, but I've not been out to get the things I need for it. But we do usually get HelloFresh, and this week they had this available, so I think it was actually from last week, but all the ingredients are still okay to use. So we're going to bake this instead. It's a wickedly tasty chocolate Swiss roll. I've never made Swiss roll in my life, so this is going to be a first. Hopefully it goes fine. It does say it takes like 80 to 95 minutes, but I think a lot of that is like in the oven and cooling down. So hopefully it's not too much. But yeah, I wanted to pop in and update you mainly on my progress with You Are Fatally Invited before baking. I'm about 80% in to the audiobook. I actually did bookmark where I am. I'm 286 pages in and there's 366 pages. So I've got just under 100 pages left to go. So I'm going to listen to the audio of this while baking to get it finished hopefully tonight. It is the 30th of October now. We've already been pumpkin picking. I forgot to take any videos, but I'll put some pictures up if I can. We also ended up buying this gorgeous pumpkin teapot from the farm shop from where we went pumpkin picking as well. So it was a success. I absolutely loved it. We did get some pumpkins to put outside. We haven't had time to carve them. We usually carve them every year. We've just had no time. I've had a new job, work training. I'm getting booked in for shifts. James has been really busy too. We're both doing uni courses, so we're just crazy busy at the minute. But yeah, that's also why I still haven't had my full fringe cut. It's still poking me in the eyes and it's probably worse now. But I promise you that I will get this cut before the next video. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this and we're going to get some baking done. Hopefully this works out well. It's been one of those days today as well where like nothing has gone right. So I don't know if this is the best day to do this, but I wanted to do a little bit more baking and I wanted to do this before Halloween as well. Is it the 30th? No, it's the 29th today. Okay. So we've got 2 days before Halloween. But I did want to do it kind of before Halloween. So yeah, I want to get it done. I wanted to get it done in this vlog as well. We're going to do it even though today has been one of those days where everything has went wrong. We're hoping that's not going to be the case for this bake and hopefully it goes really well. But I'll keep you updated with all the progress on all the things. The month is over, the reading vlog is over, and these are the books that I got through. We started off strong with Frankenstein. This, as I've said many times in this vlog, the writing was phenomenal. The atmosphere was just perfect for Halloween, and I would definitely recommend this for a Halloween read. I would recommend it any time of the year. It's some of the most beautiful writing that I've ever read, and I get why it's a classic. I would definitely recommend this one and I'm so glad I picked it up. Although we did start off a little bit too strong, I think. But never mind, we have a new favourite classic. And honestly, after this month, it's made me just want to pick up some more classics and give them a go that I've been meaning to. I've got a load on my bookcase that I've been meaning to read for so long, but they're so daunting. So this has definitely encouraged me to pick up more classics. Then we went on to read Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. This was just okay. Honestly, this is probably the most disappointing read of the month. Although it wasn't awful, it wasn't for me. I feel like some people will absolutely love this book. I feel like the writing, again, was really good. I think the horror aspects and the plot concept was really good and really fun. But outside of that, there was something missing and it didn't work out for me. And there was parts of it that I didn't enjoy. But that being said, I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend it, but it wasn't for me. Then I actually didn't read this book, so I don't know if this counts in this stack, but I went on to All Hallows by Christopher Golden. I did have this around the 100-page mark. It wasn't the horror that I was expecting. Maybe something that ends up happening on Halloween night would have been the horror that I was expecting, but it was just too much domestic thriller, neighborhood drama for 100 pages for me, and I lost all interest. I also feel like what will happen around Halloween night might be linked to those dramas, hence the build up. So I just don't think it would have been for me. So unfortunately, this wasn't the amazing 80s horror book that I was imagining. Then we ended with You Are Fatally Invited. This was disappointing. Not the most disappointing. I do think I'm most disappointed by Imaginary Friend. Even though I think I enjoyed Imaginary Friend more than this, I just had higher expectations for Imaginary Friend. This, I kind of somewhat got what I expected. It was a murder mystery, it was fun, it was cheesy, but I couldn't connect to any of the characters. And I don't really expect to in a murder mystery. I'm not expecting to want to remember these characters. That being said, I just wasn't drawn to any of them. I didn't like any of them. And they were a cast of unlikable characters, but I've read from unlikable characters that I've enjoyed reading from before. I just wasn't that bothered about this cast of characters at all. That kind of brought some like negative impact on my reading experience. The audiobook, I found that it was quite good initially because it was a whole cast of characters. You could really tell who was speaking and it really brought their personalities to life. That being said, I feel like the more it went on, the cheesier it got. And I don't think that's the audiobook's fault. I think that's the writing and then people having to read it and just listening to that. So the biggest problem I did have with this book was the writing. It was kind of a bit too tongue-in-cheek. I know murder mysteries can be really cheesy and fun and a little bit, I don't know what the word is, obvious maybe sometimes, and you're just there for the fun. But this was like that times 10. It was a bunch of authors that were invited to like an author's retreat. Then like there was like a murder mystery plan thing going on. Stuff started happening. I don't want to say too much. And then people actually started dying. There was a lot of talk of writing and tropes and things, and it kind of broke the storytelling for me, and I felt like I was reading a story. I couldn't immerse myself into this world. Throughout, we also had different perspectives, so it was like second person at one point and third person at another, and the change of how it was written really threw me out of the story too. All in all, I think the writing was the thing that really ruined this book for me. It wasn't something that I enjoyed, and I think it was a little bit too tongue-in-cheek for me. So unfortunately, it was a fast pace. I read like 80% of it, I think, in one go, and then read the last 20% a day or two after. So it was a fast read. It just didn't live up to my expectations. I'm also still on with the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, but I'll end up finishing that by the end of this month. This is going out like the day before Halloween. Well, it's today, the 30th. So I've got today and tomorrow to finish Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I'm still really enjoying that one, which is a shame because maybe that would have ended up being like one of the better books in this vlog if I just finished it, but I don't have time to finish it for this vlog. I will finish it by the end of this month. I am having a really good time, so hopefully that continues. Unfortunately, this month for horror books didn't work out for me. I do want to read more. I might also, because I just don't feel satisfied, I might also read the Junji Ito books over today and tomorrow as well. Because I think even if I don't fully enjoy them, if they're not like perfect, amazing, great books, I feel like I'll still have a good time with them. So I might do that. But we're also wanting to squeeze in a movie. We're going to actually spend tomorrow as like a Halloween day, and we're going to watch a spooky movie because we never got around to that this month either. But it's been fun. Nevertheless, I've enjoyed vlogging. I've enjoyed the bacon. Hopefully you've enjoyed this too. I know it's rather lengthy. This is a first for me, but I wanted to do it. I've had a lot of fun and I will definitely be doing it again. I hope you all have a good Halloween if you do celebrate, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!